Hello everyone and welcome back to One Connected Love. I am Daniel and this is my twin flame Christina. We are twin flames in Harmonious Union and we are certified ascension coaches at TwinFlames Universe. Today we are going to be talking about twin flames, twin souls, and soulmates, and what exactly is the difference of those. And we want to get clear here and just kind of, give some information on that. So the first thing we'll go ahead and get started with is twin flames, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as I mentioned, Christina and me, we are twin flames, and we are in Harmonious Union. And if you're familiar, you probably, Googled twin flames, you may be on your twin flame journey, you probably have an idea of what twin flames are. But here we go. So twin flames are incarnations. They are manifestations of one consciousness into two energies, right? So you have the divine masculine, and then you have the divine feminine. At the core, they share a consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
They are one consciousness. Kind of like if you consider like the body, the human body, as one consciousness, and then the left hand and then the right hand is kind of the same. They're kind of connected in one, but they have their own function and their own, abilities. So that's kind of what twin flames are. Twin flames, we don't think exactly the same thoughts.
Yeah, it's like you have one consciousness, and so you're working through the same lessons, and
Mm-hmm.
you're learning the same things, working through the same like core blocks to love, but you're not the same person. The way that it manifests in your each other's lives, like those lessons, those blocks, those might look different, but you're still working through the same lessons, and you're still you might find yourselves that you were going through similar things at similar times, things like that, or
Mm-hmm.
that like you worked through similar things throughout your whole life, even though like your paths might have looked very different. At the core, you were working through similar lessons.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, just to shed some light on that, because it doesn't mean you're the same person, and like you have like even like your tastes and interests, they might externally look a little different, but like what you value out of those things might be the same.
Yeah, exactly. Same,
You know?
core values.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that's very important with twin flames is, in the core, they have the same core values. They're just they can be expressed differently. They can be expressed the same. Or maybe something that the other twin flame does, can be something that the other twin flame grows into, or maybe it's a new interest that they love, or things like that. But the main point is that you're one at the core, and you're expressed as one as divine masculine, one as divine feminine.
Yeah, and your twin flame is your eternal partner and lover and best friend, right?
And teacher.
Well,
Your
yeah,
perfect
exactly.
Teacher, right?
So your twin flame is your perfect teacher, your ultimate guru, right? Like the person who teaches you everything, because they're your perfect mirror. And so you learn from them through what they actually teach you and what they teach you about yourself, through the things that they do, the blocks that you see them working through, etc. And so like they're your perfect teacher. They're also your perfect partner.
Mm-hmm.
So twin flames have the same life purpose, and that might look a little different on the outside. Like, it doesn't mean that you're both necessarily like meant to go work at the same job.
Yeah.
But life, like your purpose in life, is the same. And so you might find that you've been exploring similar things at the core, or like similar themes in the work that you've done, and ultimately you are meant to partner together for a joint purpose. And so they're your ultimate partner, and ultimate marriage partner in that sense too, because that's what marriage is. It's a partnership, right, at the core.
Right.
And then your ultimate friend. You know, your twin flame. It's like it's your eternal best friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
your ultimate lover.
And your ultimate lover.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your ultimate lover, you know, like the person who's just designed perfectly for you. And that's a love that grows and expands over time, right? Whereas you might find, you know, many people feel that like bubble love or like that romance of love is a temporary thing in marriage, and that marriage is meant to just be this long-term partnership and friendship. But actually with your twin flame, you're meant to have an eternal romance.
Sustainable, like
yeah.
It's a sustained romance.
And
sustained peace.
It's always growing, and it's always expanding. And that's something that you just touched on, is that the reason for that is that your twin flame union is rooted in peace.
Yes. Yes, yes. And we'll touch a little bit more on that when we get to soulmates. The next thing that we're going to take a look at are twin souls, which is essentially the same thing. It's the same idea as twin flames. It's just another word for it. Other people have talked about it. I know that like Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda has mentioned twin souls. Same type of thing, that your perfect divine partner. Yeah, they have, like the SRF, Self-Realization Fellowship, they've mentioned like twin souls, stuff like that. And
well, yeah. That leads perfectly into the purpose of your twin flame union. The purpose of your twin flame union is ascension.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an ascension path, essentially. And Yogananda said that at the end of your ascension, you meet your twin soul.
Yeah.
Right.
And Yogananda met her twin flame, and we say her because Yogananda in Divine Truth is, you know, a divine feminine energy. So we honor that. But Yogananda met her twin flame, which is Sri Yukteswar. Mm-hmm. So, which was actually in Yogananda's life, that was her teacher, right? Her guru. So that's really interesting, and her guru helped her ascend mm-hmm. Into, you know, into perfect union with God, or enlightenment, same thing. So twin souls are the exact same thing, but now we can move into soulmates.
Yeah, and like what the difference is.
Yeah, so the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. Soulmates can be, they're essentially souls that you reincarnate with throughout many lifetimes. Or not. They can be friends, they can be family, parents, they can be teachers, they can be pretty much anyone in your life.
They can be lovers too, like temporary lovers, you know?
Mm-hmm.
There's different ranges of like what that relationship means. They're basically, the purpose of a soulmate is for you to learn lessons.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. And so you might hear people talking about like karmic soulmates, you know, like karma is basically lessons to learn. Right?
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is karma lessons. And so the purpose of a soulmate is to teach you, like, you know, it's essentially like you come together to learn lessons together.
Right.
And when that lesson is complete, like, there's really no purpose for you to be in each other's lives anymore.
Right. Until the next lesson or next life. Or now, going back to what we were talking about with twin flames, soulmates can be like partners, romantic partners, things like that, but they're not really there to form lasting relationships, sustained relationships that are
romantic relationships.
Yeah, romantic relationships, right? That's really your twin flames part. In Divine Truth, right, God created duality, and everything is broken up into the divine masculine and divine feminine, with one core consciousness, right? Mm-hmm. So like Babaji has Mataji, and Jesus had Mary Magdalene, and Krishna had Radha, mm-hmm. I believe. And so everyone has their perfect divine counterpart that they were actually created with. Twin flames choice and begins ascending, they're actually both ascending, right, at the same time. But with soulmates, soulmates are completely separate consciousnesses. They make separate choices, they learn separate lessons. So it's not a sustained romance. Sure, I mean, people can be married 30, 40, 50 years, whatever.
Yeah, you can have a great partnership with a soulmate, like soulmates are not it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
It's just, it's not the ultimate partnership romance that you're designed to have, right?
Right.
And so,
Yeah, so,
So basically, why would you want your twin flame instead of a soulmate?
well, okay, so this goes back to what we just talked about, where soulmates don't necessarily choose the same at the core.
Yeah.
They don't have the same core values. They may have similar core values, and that's fine. But they don't choose the same. They don't have the same goals for ascension and things like that. Twin flames do. They have the same core values. So when one is making one choice, the other one is making the same choice. Again, they may express differently in the physical, but they're the same choice and they're choosing to ascend together.
And so ultimately that leads to deep harmony and peace in your partnership.
Yes. Yeah, so...
which is a foundation upon which you can expand. You can really ascend your consciousness together with that foundation of peace and harmony. And so
right. Yeah, exactly. And when twin flames are not in harmony, like they're not in harmonious union and they're out separated in the world and they're living their lives and making the choices that they're making, that's one thing. But when they come together and their vibration increases, right, and when they're consciously aware of doing spiritual work and they're consciously raising their vibration and working towards that, and life purpose and everything like that, it's extremely powerful. And things speed up as far as like manifestation of dreams and desires and stuff like that. So it definitely benefits you in all ways to be with your twin flame. And we will do subsequent videos on like how to attract your twin flame, how to be with your twin flame, how to attain harmonious union and things like that. So that we want everyone out there to be with their twin flame. You have one. Everyone has one. Don't ever believe that you don't have one,
or that it's for an elite few.
Yeah, it's everyone.
A myth.
That's a myth. The whole only 144,000 people on the planet have twin flames.
Not true.
No, God would not create. God created all of his children with perfect lovers, because it would not be compassionate to create 99.9% of his creations with perfect lovers. But there's just that one that's like, oh, sorry, guess what? You don't have it. So. Yeah, everyone has a perfect lover. You can have it, and you can manifest your twin flame.
So if you want to learn more, and if you want to work with us to learn how you can manifest your ultimate lover, you can click the link below in the description, and you can also learn a little bit more about the process that we use to come into harmonious union. We're students of Jeff and Shaleia. They're our spiritual teachers. And we worked with them to and their courses to manifest our harmonious union. And so if you want to learn more about that, the information's below.
All right, thank you for joining us in this episode, and we will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.